Donald Trump says he has been indicted on federal criminal charges. It is the first time this has ever happened to a former U.S. president. Trump made the announcement on social media. He says he'd been told the federal grand jury voted to indict him in the investigation into his alleged mishandling of classified documents after leaving office. Now, the Justice Department has yet to confirm the indictment, but sources tell ABC News that Trump could face as many as 7 charges. A search of his Mar-a-Lago estate last year turned up more than 100 classified documents. ABC News reports Trump has been ordered to appear in a federal court in Miami on Tuesday.
Of course, he is running for president again, so this news sure to shake things up on the political front. We are joined now by Kimi King, political science professor at the University of North Texas. Thank you for waking up early with us this morning, Ms. King. We know that this does not bar Trump from running for office, and politically he has seen poll bumps after other charges or his liability in the E. Jean Carroll defamation case. Should we expect another bump for him here?
You should absolutely expect that, and you should also expect more tension inside the Republican Party. It has always been the case that former President Trump has been very successful at fundraising when these kinds of efforts, which he perceives as an attack on him, have been carried out. And so as these cases play out, he's going to take advantage of it. Watch this weekend as he's in Georgia, and you're going to see it very clearly that there'll be a strong Republican message about him being sent by his core constituents.
Now, we understand that Governor Ron DeSantis, who is his strongest competitor right now as far as the Republican nomination is concerned, has actually spoken out against the charges. What are you expecting to see, or the indictment rather, what are you expecting to see from other GOP candidates?
Yeah, this is a difficult issue, right? How do you attack the person who is your opponent while also recognize that he is way ahead of you in the public opinion polls? You want to be very careful about harming your party's prestige because that can be damning long term. I think so much of it is going to depend on what plays out as we go through these charges. Remember, there were over 100 documents that were found at the Mar-a-Lago residence. And what's distinguishing about this case is that the federal government asked for him to give the documents back. So much of it depends on the kind of security surveillance video they have. There seems to be an inside witness who has information that may be damning. And certainly shifting the case to Florida is only going to help the president because he's much more popular there than he is in D.C., where he only carried about 5% of the vote in the 2016 or the 2020 elections. So strategically, that looks good for him, but the evidence looks bad.
You kind of alluded to it a moment ago, accusations that this investigation has been politically motivated when you compare it to other cases of missing documents like with Joe Biden or Mike Pence. What do you think that we'll see more insight of this as these charges are made public?
You absolutely will see that. And the distinction here between the Pence and the Biden documents is that the National Archives started in January 2021 trying to get these documents back. And so the raid on Mar-a-Lago, certainly unprecedented and absolutely a concern on a potential presidential opponent, seems to have been facilitated by the fact that they had information that documents had been destroyed. When the National Archives received documents back, they had been ripped up. There have been allegations that President Trump threw documents away. And so it's that kind of information that Jack Smith is really going to have to build in the court of public opinion if he's going to be successful in this case.
Okay, so thank you very much. A lot more wait and see ahead. Thank you. We'll see you next time, Kimi.
You betcha.
Stay with WFAA on air and online for the latest developments in this story, the federal indictment of former President Donald Trump. You can also download the WFAA app. It is free in your app store.